Hey YouTube, just gonna make a video on Top Gun Customz. Just got these 3 packages in the mail today. I ordered the lift kit on January 2nd and today is the 14th. They just arrived. Alright, finally got it all opened up. And you can see we got the main reason I got this kit: progressive springs, 3.5 inch, U-bolts, lift blocks, what is it, control, I can't remember, drop bracket for the sway bar, and then the 4 control arms, track bar drop bracket, and new bump stops, and a couple things of hardware, not much. So it looks pretty high quality. I'm pretty excited about it. Get a nice little close-up view on these lift blocks. They're interesting, and they look pretty heavy duty. They look pretty sweet, actually. I'm excited. And then the springs look pretty good. I mean, everything looks really nice. It's all coated and looks to be of pretty high quality. They say that they custom make these kits, so that was the turnaround time there. It was what, 12 days, so not too bad considering there's weekends in there. And just real quick, I was gonna go with the Rough Country 3-inch coil spring lift, and then I was gonna actually end up buying these Top Gun Customz control arms, because after looking around, what I found is there's some other control arms, but some of them have push-in grease zerts, which ended up popping out. Other ones have straight zerts, so you can't service them without taking them out. And then these ones, it comes with, you know, and you could probably just do that with other ones too, is find the zerts, but these ones are threaded, and it gives you the 45 and 90s so that you can put them in and be able to service them once it's in. Couldn't find a lot of information on this company. I've seen very mixed reviews. Some really bad reviews on searching through Google, and not to get away from myself, without the progressive springs with the Rough Country lift, and then piecing everything together to have pretty similar kit. It was roughly going to be the same price, and then the only difference was that I was going to end up having the N3 shocks that come with the Rough Country kit, which replaced all 4 corners, so that was nice. But basically with this kit, I'm less than the price of the cheapest 4-inch kit I could find, which was on Custom Offsets for the Super Lift 4-inch. But the only difference was it didn't come with the progressive springs, and it did come with the Bilstein shocks for $12.90. I paid $9.40 for this kit, and then I also bought all 4 Bilstein shocks, and the price on those was, the fronts were $75.50 roughly each, and the rears were $66.50 each. So that's where we're at right now, and of course I'll have to do some measurements on my truck and get stuff ready, and then once you can find, obviously you're going to find videos online on how to do installation. I don't know if I'm going to do much of an installation video, but I will do some before and after. Alright, so I mentioned price, so I'm just going to go over, or you can just look at this and see, you know, these were the different lifts and how much money they were. And Super Lift was $12.90 with the Bilsteins, and the Rough Country without Bilsteins was $7.60. With the Bilsteins it was $1,050. You can see that I got the Bilsteins off Amazon, the 5100s, and there's the part numbers and how much they were each, and the grand total was $289. So the Top Gun Customz lift was $991. I called them and they gave me a $50 discount, so I got it for $941. If I would have ordered the Bilsteins through Top Gun, it would have been $390 for the set of 4, but through Amazon. It was $100 cheaper, so that's what I did. I bought them off Amazon, and that was the total price was $12.30. The other thing I looked at doing was just kind of building my whole kit and just kind of throwing the pieces together with the Synergy 3-inch progressive springs. That way I would still got the progressive springs out of it. And then you can see it had to add the rear lift block kit and the bump stops to be equivalent to the Top Gun custom set, so, or lift I mean. And so with all the parts above that you see, the eBay control arm, the rough country track bar, all that stuff right there, it would have been $10.88 with the Synergy springs, $11.82 with the Top Gun custom control arms. So you know what, I spent 50 more bucks to just get the kit. So really, if I would have got the bump stops and did it myself with the Synergy springs, I would have been like 20 bucks cheaper. So that's why I just went ahead and got all the stuff from Top Gun. So I knew that everything would pretty much match up since it was a kit. And you know, the whole goal behind this was I could have just went with the rough country 3-inch, but I want my truck to ride good, and I don't want to deal with having the axle, you know, being brought back towards the cab and having the axle over. And so I would have ended up getting all the stuff anyway. I wanted it to ride right, and obviously that's why I ended up going with Bilsteins too, because I did contemplate just running the M3 shocks. I found a couple reviews that seemed like they were okay, but yeah, that's the price breakdown. Hope you enjoy that. Alright, so time for an update. Getting ready to do the lift. Except if you watched my video, you would see that I didn't have my pitman arm. So I got a hold of Top Gun Customz, and they're sending it to me. It's going to be another week before I just get the pitman arm. So I'm doing a turnover gooseneck hitch on this truck too. So it's in the back of it right now. And then I'm going to measure the height. So, let's see, there's the hitch. There's my shocks too. Crap, I always have a truck. I'll go ahead and measure from this top lug. You can see we're at 10 inches on the rear. And on the front. Can you see it on the camera? There we go. Just above 8. It's pretty much right at 8. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that, and then well, it's been a few hours. Got the gooseneck hitch done. Turned out pretty good. I got lucky with the hole. Ended up dead on right in the center where I drilled it. Turned out pretty good. Still gotta put the exhaust back on, but let's start with that suspension back here. Alright, and to wrap up the video, got the lift done. You can see the Bilsteins in there. And we'll go in the rear here, and we're at 11 3/4 inch. You can see the springs and control arms, sway bar, drop bracket. There's my new pitman arm I had to wait for, and yeah, turned out pretty good. It looks nice. And on the front, we are 11.5. That's funny, when I first did this, it was a little bit higher in the front, but it's been probably 4 days, and I've driven it a little bit, and I don't know. I will say one thing, I noticed right away when I drove it that everybody always says, oh, it rides better with a suspension lift when they're talking about their lifts, but with these progressive springs and the Bilstein shocks, this truck actually, I did notice a difference right away when I drove it. before I lifted it, I took it on this street over by my house. It's got these couple gnarly bumps on it. Went about 40, went over them, and just kind of listened to like how my truck sounded going over it and how it shook. And then after I did the lift, I went over there and drove over it, and it was smoother, amazingly enough. So yeah, that's the conclusion of Top Gun Customz. I'm impressed with so far anyway, the quality of the lift, and the ride's definitely better. It looks cool. It sucked that I had to wait to get my Pitman arm. It kind of bugged me that they knew it was out of stock and they didn't drop ship it right away, so they waited for me to call. So that kind of was irritating, but overall good experience. And then this is next because I'm tired of my truck throwing crap all over the sides. Anyway, take care.